Hey, so if you're watching this, then congratulations to you for launching your very own business with Mary Kay. Most of you probably already know, but my name is Julian Rao and I am a Senior Sales Director with Mary Kay. So now not only are you a part of the Mary Kay family, but you're also a member of my Pink Spotlight unit. In my opinion, it's just really smart in today's world for you to have a plan B. So I started my Mary Kay business almost 5 years ago when I was fresh out of college in April 2013. I had just started my first big girl job, we'll call it, and I was definitely on the hunt for a plan B within just a couple months of starting my first job. So after a year, we'll fast forward a little bit, but after a year of consistently working my Mary Kay business, I decided to debut as a sales director. And at that point, I decided to quit my full-time job. And so my, plan B with Mary Kay definitely became my plan A very quickly. And so, over the last 5 years, I'll just be very real with you. Over the last 5 years, I've had a lot of wins, a lot of achievements, and some very high highs. I've earned great income. I've earned lots of prizes, diamonds, cars, you name it. But I've also had my fair share of setbacks, disappointments, and frustrations. So I was really nervous to start as a brand new consultant, not because I was scared of the process, not because I was scared to talk to people, none of really the normal reasons, more so as I was just scared to fail. And so I really didn't know how good I would be at building a business with Mary Kay, but I did know that my director would teach me what my next best step would be, so I just followed her lead. Failure was never an option for me as a new consultant, and it still isn't. In my opinion, you either fail to plan or you plan to fail. With that being said, I decided to create this video for every new consultant in my unit to watch, so that way you really know how to plan to succeed. I'm going to briefly go over with you what these next 30 days are going to look like so that you can really know what to expect, and so that way we can start playing ball together. Your first 30 days, in my opinion, are really crucial to the success of your business because you're excited as a new consultant, you're hungry for knowledge, and you're eager to learn and to see results. So after signing your agreement, buying your starter kit, and holding your orientation with me, and then making your decision on which departments you want to have on your shelf and how many of them you want to have, you're also going to make a list of at least 50 people who know your name and who have skin. And then we're going to focus on booking women to hold your first 8 parties in your first 30 days. You can call them parties, gatherings, beauty experiences, whatever you want to call them. So, once we have those booked, I'm going to do 2 or 3 of those beauty experiences for you while you watch, so that you can really see the whole process played out. And then you're going to do 2 or 3 of them while I watch you. And then the last couple you're going to do on your own, and you and I will talk beforehand to prepare you for it, and we'll talk after to debrief. As a new consultant, I was like white on rice. I wanted to learn how to do this Mary Kay thing, and I wanted to learn how to do it quickly so I could see results quickly. By holding those first 8 parties in your first 30 days, you're launching your business in a way that's going to give you confidence in the process of gathering women together for that table experience. I personally call it a beauty experience, but like I said before, you can call it what you want. But you're going to learn how to book women for those beauty experiences, how to coach them so that they hold, and so that you can learn how to work them full circle. So that way you're gaining new skincare customers, you're getting new bookings, and you're also going to get coffee chats. Your first 30 days will give you an opportunity to practice these steps while also earning income. And that way you also know how to continue to do this over and over again. And that way you can also pass on the skill of this to other women that come into your life that join your team. And then when you hold another 8 beauty experiences or gatherings in your second 30 days, you're going to have so much confidence and your profit's going to be on point. Your first 30 days, you may not see exactly the averages that we talk about, but if you do it again, you repeat it again in your second month, then you should, because you're just going to continue to get better and better at it. And some of you watching this may not be as driven by income as I am, and that's okay. Some of you may be more driven by the fun and fellowship that you're going to get from, building relationships with the other consultants that we have in our unit and in our national area, and by the customers that you're going to get to meet. Or maybe you're more driven by the recognition and prizes that you can earn from me and from Mary Kay. But either way, everything that you're looking to gain, the whole point of this is so that you understand that everything that you're looking to gain from your business with Mary Kay is going to be found at that table. Our Senior National Sales Director, Glenda McGuire, she's someone that I highly respect, and I consider her a mentor to me. She always says that at the table, we are able. And I think that is just so on point. We're able to connect. We're able to love on other women. We're able to make a woman have more confidence in her skin. And the list just goes on and on. And if you will just trust the process that's already in place and let me partner with you, we're going to have an amazing first 30 days together. And you're going to be able to continue on and decide what you want your next month to look like and where you want to go with this. You may decide that you want to be really intentional about building your team so that you can move up in leadership. Or you may decide that you want to drop down and just, be really consistent at seeing 15 faces a month, which would be about 5 parties a month, But either way, any kind of Win and Mary Kay is going to start with that table experience and giving them that experience. The only reason I've ever had a consultant not see the results that she really wants to see in her business is because she's not willing to practice this process. And I'm telling you guys this because, sometimes I think women probably, listen to this video and think, well, why isn't everybody successful, Mary Kay? You make it sound so simple. So why wouldn't everybody be successful? But like I said, some women are just not willing to do that process. And then, it may also be that she's not willing to do it the Mary Kay way. Because there is not a right way, and there's not a wrong way, and there's not even a Julianne way. There's just a Mary Kay way. And the Mary Kay way is to gather women around a table and give them an experience like no other. And we are known for that. We are known for giving women that experience. We're not just handing them a book. We're not just taking up an order. We're known for giving them an experience. And so you must do that, but you also have to practice. So I think back to when I was learning how to drive a car, which was not really that long ago, about 10 years ago. But when I was learning how to drive a car, my dad would take me out a couple times a week and we would practice. And we did that so that I could gain confidence in the skill and so that I could get the skill down pat. And I wasn't, I certainly wasn't going to learn how to drive a car by just doing it once and then getting a license. There's a process that goes in place. And so it's the same thing in your Mary Kay business. You're not going to just hold one skincare class, one gathering, one whatever, and be amazing at it. You're going to have to do it several times in a shorter amount of time so that you can really get good at it. So you're not only practicing, but you're also seeing for yourself what the work looks like to do this and what blessings it can bring you and your family. However, if you never choose to do the activity, if you never choose to see how this really plays out, then you're never going to know what's possible in your business. So now that you know what your first 30 days will look like with me, I want you to know what my vision is for our Pink Spotlight unit. I did not come into Mary Kay thinking that I was going to be doing Mary Kay for the rest of my life. But after becoming a sales director, I realized that this was it for me, in a good way. And so I see myself being able to impact thousands of women as $1 million sales director. We got to do $500,000 first, but I see myself impacting thousands of women as $1 million sales director and then on to millions of women as a national sales director over the next 40 years that I will have in my Mary Kay career. The way that I'm going to impact that many women is by influencing how they think. And by influencing how they think, I'll be given permission to teach them how to create a life by design and not one by default like most people live. Women create a life of design by first increasing their confidence, and then by improving their finances, and then by having more choices and flexibility than they ever thought was going to be possible. I've gotten really clear on the fact that I receive the most joy in this business by seeing my consultants and my offspring sales directors go through the journey that I just described to you. By creating a life of design, you are not only impacting you, but you're impacting your husband, your children, your in-laws, your community, and then on down the road, you're going to impact your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren because of the choices that you're making now, that you're making today. And so it starts with just a handful of women in our unit walking out the new consultant process that I described for you. And then, to gain the confidence that they need so that they can then just continue to do it over and over again to see the results that they want. And that way you're going to see the financial gains that you want. It may be your dream to be able to send your child to college debt free, or maybe you want to be able to take your family to Disney World and have it all paid for. Or maybe you just want to pay for Christmas with ease. Or, maybe you're like me and you want to be able to move out of your parents' house and get your own apartment and be independent. But either way, it's a pretty big deal. So while you're probably a little bit nervous to start this journey, I'm excited that you have chosen to do it anyway because you see the bigger picture and you see value in what we're doing. The vision that I just described to you over the next 40 years is pretty big. So I want to just break down just a little bit what our Pink Spotlight unit goal is over the next 6 months, which definitely will feed into the overall vision. So our Mary Kay seminar year goes from July 1st to June 30th every year. And so at this point, when I'm recording this video, we're at the halfway point. So by June 30th, I have 3 main goals for our unit and they all feed into one another. The first goal is focused on growth. We will grow to 100 total women in our unit. And this will come from us holding 30 total beauty experiences as a team each month. Meaning some of us, I might hold 10 or 15, and then I might have a few consultants each holding 5, whatever it is. But we're going to be working those full circle so that we can all gain new skincare customers, so we can all get new bookings on our calendar, and so that we can also share the Mary Kay opportunity with women over coffee. The second goal is focused on retail sales. So we will sell a total of $500,000 retail by June 30th. That may sound like a really big number because it is, but we've done $350,000 before. If you look up this little plaque that you see above me, the brown and the gold, that's the plaque that I received when our unit did $350,000 last year. But it's done. This $500,000 will be done by us growing our unit size and by women in our unit making money. So by increasing our influence to grow our unit size to 100 and by there being at least $10,000 in profit, in our team each month from our sales, we're going to hit $500,000 with no problem. So what piece of that $10,000 do you want for you? It may be that I have 10 women in my unit who are all making $1,000. That's probably not going to be likely because it's not usually that pretty. There's probably going to be more like a handful that want to make $1,000 and that are committed to that. And then maybe several who want to make $500, but either way, I want to know that I have taught you how to make money in this business so that you have the choices that you came into Mary Kay to be able to make. The third goal is for us to offspring 3 women to the position of directorship. So it's my job to not only teach consultants how to make money from selling our incredible product, but it's also my job to identify women who have leadership qualities. And it's not always the ones that you would think would be the obvious candidates. And I've learned, with that being said, I've learned from my mentors that God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. And I've seen that to be true over and over and over again, women that I have met. Some of you may stay very, very happy as a consultant in my unit, and that is perfectly fine. And so with that, you're just going to focus on building to 100 skincare customers so that you have a killer customer base. And some of you are going to choose to move up the career path and go into leadership. And I'm intentionally looking for 3 offspring sales directors. And I know that those of you who choose to stay at the consultant level will help me cheer on the consultants who choose to move up in leadership. I realized early on as a consultant that my goals were tied to my mentors. So at the time when I was a consultant, she was my sales director, but now she's my senior sales director, and now she's also our national sales director, Angie Locke. She had a vision when I came into Mary Kay in 2013 that she wanted to debut her national area and debut as a national sales director. And I really didn't understand what that meant, I wanted to be a part of it. I could see that she was going somewhere and I wanted to be a part of that. And so the other piece of that is I really didn't know what my vision was. I had a goal. My goal was to make $1,000 a month, but that wasn't a vision. I didn't know how that was going to feed into my future yet. So every goal that I have had in my business, of course, has been for me, but it's also been tied to Angie's vision. And I think it really helps when you have something that you can tie to somebody else because it helps you stay more accountable. So, I wanted to help her, see her vision played out. So needless to say, we debuted her national area in July 2015, and I could not be prouder to be one of her founding directors. And I was one of 2 directors who produced 4 directors each for us to finish this vision and complete it out. Passing on the position of directorship to another woman is so fulfilling and it's so much fun. So I hope that you are clear on what we're going to be focused on these next 30 days for the launch of your business. And I can't wait to work with you to help you gain confidence and increase your finances and increase your choices. So thank you so much for watching, and we will touch base soon.